The Monkey is directed by Osgood Perkins, and this is the film adaptation of the 1980 horror short story released by Stephen King in Gallery Magazine, which was later revised in 1985 for Stephen King's The Skeleton Crew collection. I am a fan of Osgood Perkins. I've been a fan of his since, I guess, his very first movie, The Black Coat's Daughter. That was one of my favorite movies that year. I didn't know what to expect. Going into this film, I didn't watch any trailers or anything like that. Osgood Perkins is one of those directors where if I see his name attached as a director, I'm immediately watching that.
When I was a kid, my twin brother and I found something that loved to kill. I did everything I could to make it go away forever. But it had other plans.
So this movie is about this wind-up toy monkey that is cursed and it kills people. And it's also about the relationship between these two twin brothers, which is played by the same actor. He plays, the shy kid really well, and then he plays the douchebag kid really well. Like, he plays both personalities to a T, and he crushes it with his performance. But anyways, this monkey is cursed, kills people, and they illustrate that from the very beginning. And now, I will admit that it is good to not know anything about a film before going into it, and in this case, maybe I was a bit surprised because I should have watched the teasers or something before going into this, because I was not expecting for this movie to be a dark comedy. It is a comedy straight away. And for me, it threw me off. I was just like expecting, after watching Longlegs and knowing, Osgood Perkins is, he likes that dark, atmosphere, and this movie kicking off like a comedy, I was completely thrown off. I was just like not expecting it to go the way it did. But hey, right off the bat, it illustrates what this is, so you better strap in.
Everything okay up there?
Yeah, everything's fine.
It's just like the comedy, it threw me off, and I just wasn't feeling it.
Was my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea.
I don't know what this is. This was just like, there was one scene that I thought was funny, and it involves Osgood Perkins. I thought there was one scene that was funny.
I want you to know we're going to do our very best with you boys. It's just that our very best might be pretty bad.
I don't know anything about the material that this is based on. I have not read that short story, but I'm intrigued. I'm interested in reading that because I want to know, is Stephen King's short story supposed to be a dark comedy? Maybe it is, because, with Stephen King and the stuff that he writes, it's out there, and sometimes the stuff that he creates doesn't translate very well to the big screen. It is better on the page because you can use your imagination, and when you're reading things on the page, you can do anything with that. But a film, it's just like there's only so much you can do until things are just so outlandish that it just becomes completely unfathomable and ridiculous. What the This monkey in this movie, it's a creepy looking monkey. I think it's scary. And hearing Osgood in interviews saying, well, I didn't really want to make the monkey scary and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the posters make it look scary, and the monkey does look creepy on its own in the film. And I do think there are a few select sequences and shots in this film that illustrates the monkey is creepy.
It never occurred to me to try to use this monkey to try to terrify anybody. It's a toy monkey. It's sort of goofy. And so I kind of wanted to embrace the cartoon element of it. I wanted to lean into sort of Itchy and Scratchy and Chuck Jones, and those were sort of Robert Zemeckis. That kind of flavor was more important to me.
There are a lot of emotional scenes scattered throughout this film, especially
everybody dies. All of your friends and their parents and all of their pets and everybody.
Tatiana Maslany, who I also felt gave a good performance in this film. And there's like this very dark scene where she delivers this dark monologue with her kids, and it's played up for laughs, but then it also hits you emotionally because it's the truth, but it's dark, but it's funny, and it's sad, and it's very good. So I feel like this movie for me, it's like it goes up and it goes down, and it goes up, and it goes. It's like a roller coaster. It's like there are a lot of down moments for me that don't work, but then there are these moments that are really good and interesting emotionally, and some of the kills in this film are very good. But the one problem that I have with this, actually multiple problems I feel, is that number one, it feels like Final Destination to me. It's just like, I don't know how else you're supposed to do all this, you know, with the monkey killing people. Monkey can't do it physically, so you gotta have some sort of like, you know, magic trick thing go down, you know, things just happen and they align with each other like the domino effect, and someone gets killed that way. And a lot of these kills, you know, I mean, it's outlandish, it's over the top, and you know, that's all fine and dandy, you know, it could be fun and cool, and some of the kills were, but for me, I'm just like, really, like, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm just like, some of the kills, I was just like, really, like, it's kind of lame. Like, for instance, there's a scene in this film where there's a kill, and it's so over the top to the point where it reminded me of the original Home Alone movie with Macaulay Culkin. It felt like Final Destination mixed with Home Alone, and you set up all these gags, and you know, it's clever and it's like cool, but at the same time they're doing this to a point over and over again where I'm just like numb to it, where I'm just like, all right, this is kind of, I'm just not into this, I'm sorry.
You wouldn't happen to remember if my aunt had a wind-up toy monkey at the yard sale?
Oh, not a cherished childhood memory now, was it?
Theo James. Now with Theo James, this part of the film, with the older version, is interesting because, you know, Theo James he's trying to rebuild his relationship with his son, so there's a bit of dynamic emotion going on there, which I like. And, you know, when he goes and revisits, you know, his past and everything like that, it's interesting because of the relationship with his son. But as a whole, I'm just like not into it. It feels like a superhero film by the end of it all, because I swear to you, by the end of this film, it feels like I'm watching Batman vs. Superman.
What does that mean?
I'm telling you, when you watch this film and you see the ending, you will know what I'm talking about. It feels like BVS Dawn of Justice. I'm telling you, even Theo James looks like Ben Affleck without the suit. He looks like Bruce Wayne with glasses.
It is what it is. The word of the Lord.
Any last words? Yes, I do. The Monkey, directed by Osgood Perkins.
What's my cup of tea? Not my cup of tea.